Oh yeah, right, guy? You're gonna make money though, right? You're gonna make some money. Rampancy, welcome. Alright. I don't know exactly what we're doing right now. I may have to check. I don't know where to go after you get Eric back on board. Head for Arborea. Okay. Alright. I think I know what I want to do.
Well, that was easy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Master Chief, what's up, man? Yep, unfortunately. I don't have COVID, JR. No, Ryguy, I don't. Rohawk Snacks is not going to be around right now. Maybe he'll be around later, I'm not sure. We'll see. Right now, Thielen's better. Lockett was better. Troops for a while. What in the hell's going on with my chat? This thing needs to refresh immediately. What in the holy hell? Why? It's like 6 minutes behind on my app. What the hell? Oh well. Okay, there we go. I'm not a big Paul George guy anymore, so I don't like it, but if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do, I guess. Well, yeah, he definitely does, Andrew. No, I think the Bucks will win. The Bucks usually beat the weaker teams and then can't handle the better teams, it feels like. Although they did lose to the Bears. No, what happened to the Seahawks? I don't know enough people who do it. Yeah, I do not think we lose to the Jets. I just don't see it happening. I just plain don't see it happening. The only thing that can convince me that this team will lose to the Jets is actually seeing them lose to the Jets. I don't think I did, Andrew, no. No troops, of course not. If I killed every monster, I would play the game for all eternity. Because there are an infinite number of monsters spawning. I don't have any thoughts on it. I don't care what the Eagles do. It doesn't matter. That team is terrible. That offense is dysfunctional. It don't matter. The Wentz era is clearly over, but that don't mean benching him is going to fix anything.
Was never in doubt.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'd like to maybe see how Schneider does with a different head coach, but he hasn't drafted well in way too long. You got to be able to draft. Like, yeah, we made a great trade for Carlos Dunlap, but part of the reason why we had to make that trade is because we spent trip picks on like Malik McDowell and LJ Collier, and I don't want to say anything bad about Darrell Taylor yet, but he's another dude who's not even playing. I have no idea, Andrew.
Surrender your soul! Victory is ours. There's life in the old dog yet. Blood shall run cold! triumph was
Yeah.
never in doubt.
It really is kind of amazing how long Schneider's been able to keep his job amid so many bad drafts in a row. Like, it hasn't just been a couple. I can understand why Carroll's kept his damn job, because we keep having winning seasons. But Schneider can't draft to save his life. How many turns do these pricks get?
Your socks up.
Yeah, all these trades, I mean, it's not like the players we get are bad. It's not like the trades are bad, but the fact that we have to make them is bad.
Something is not right here. Be on your guard. Behind me.
Browns are going to be one and done. They don't have a real QB. Although Baker did play good against the Titans, I guess.
Since time beyond memory, I have been sealed away in that frozen fjord. But now I am released. Alas, my lengthy imprisonment has sorely depleted my powers. If the skies above Sniffelheim are to once more dance with fire, then first I must feast. You shall have the honor of being the auroral serpent's Sabbath.
Sam Ficken.
Just for a pick-me-up.
Damn it. I thought I was protected from breath attacks. That was the point. The hell? I really feel like that should be considered a breath attack. And that definitely should be. Adam, I'm not really confident in it right now. Hey, Jack Kazuo. I don't know what's wrong with my streaming app today. It's not behaving. shit.
Another day, another victory.
Alright, Jack, you might be a bit of a weirdo, but that's okay. Patriots are your favorite team. Why are you rooting for the Dolphins? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Make sense. Alright. Ooh, massive. No, Ryguy. I would not.
You are strong, just like the detestable luminary. The one
second,
who
guys.
sealed me away all those years ago.
I'm right here. Yes. Oh, okay. All right, I'm back. JR. Let's see here. Well, buying it now is really easy. When I did it through Coinbase, but you don't have to do it through Coinbase anymore. I'd still kind of recommend it because I think their fees are lower than PayPal. But I just did it through Coinbase. Just go to Coinbase.com and they'll set you up. That's where I would start if I were you, JR.
But where Edwin succeeded, you shall succumb.
What the... Can't move.
Piteous wretches, prepare to be consumed.
I was about to say, like, did I just die?
No, my strength, it's straining away. What is that awful noise?
Oh, shit. One second, guys. Might be getting a cameo. Oh, sweet. Finally. We got our white mage back. We can heal.
Beast, be gone, thou black offence! May heaven's winds propel thee hence! Don't worry, everyone. I'll have you back on your feet in no time.
Yes, Desi, their D is better than their offense somehow. Who would have guessed that?
Who... No way!
Bold luminary, Yggdrasil's chosen. Long have I waited to greet you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, so Snacks is going to make a quick cameo in the stream, guys, because he's been busy all day, so he had no idea what happened in the server today. So, you guys get to hear me explain it to Snacks in case you guys missed it too. But anyway, so I found out that 3 days ago, Ori joined the server.
Oh.
Under a fake name, and he was doing a remarkable job of staying incognito. So it came to my attention earlier today that it was Ori, so I gave him the literally Ori role, which means he can only read but not say anything.
Right.
And he got really mad, so he IM'd me and asked me, can you take the role off me? And I was giving him a hard time, and I was, messing with him. And apparently he got, like, really, really mad, like, in real life. I don't know exactly what he did, but apparently, like, one of his things is he hates, like, curse words. But if you get him angry, he'll just, like, go on a, drunken sailor bender.
Yeah.
So anyway, it turns out that he joined my server to message everyone else in the server to ask them to join his server, which is an anti-Brendan Nelson server. where all he
That's,
does in this server is post about how he hates me.
Whoa, wow.
So
That's,
I went to this server, and I looked at it, and it's not good.
Oh boy.
So anyway, he, basically, if you go to the server right now, I made a channel called Ori Hall of Fame, where I posted a bunch of screenshots. The first the first 2 are from my DM conversation with him. And then the next 2 are someone else in the server who decided to troll him a bunch with random crap. And then the next 2 from me are screenshots from his server that I posted. It was an interesting couple of hours.
Jesus.
But anyway, we managed to get him to delete all 100 plus of his videos on YouTube.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus.
So yeah.
Kind of speechless on that one.
Yeah.
What I do have to say,
Mhm,
it's pretty impressive. You were 100% on the ball in terms of knowing. I mean, it was obvious he was eventually going to come join this server as soon as he opened it up. But you knew completely what would piss him off and be able to troll him the hardest. Make it so that he could read the place, but he can't message it all. As soon as you gave him that role, and then he did exactly what you thought he would. He started messaging you, begging to fucking get rid of it, and just started the autistic screeching meme. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad that I wasn't there for it because I would have hit him with a lot of the screaming Pepe meme.
Oh, I did too, actually. I didn't post this screenshot, but let me grab it. I'll send it to you. That was the last thing that he sent to me via PM.
See, oh man, that's pretty funny. He's asking you to stop talking about him.
Yeah.
He's the one that started this and keeps it going. He's the one that continues to engage you. He's the one that continues to troll you. He made a Discord server just to talk about how much he hates you. If he doesn't want you to talk about him, all he's got to do is just step away from the computer and go live his life.
Yeah. I'm probably going to delete the channel eventually, but a bunch of people were like giving him a hard time, so I decided let's just make one channel where we post all this stuff. I'm probably going to delete the channel after a couple days, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know what happened to the server.
That's pretty funny.
Interesting couple of hours there, and apparently a couple of my fans, I didn't tell them to do this, but a couple of my watchers went to go troll his videos, so he just decided to delete all of his videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you start a big fight on the internet, is that things get a lot bigger than just between the two people, and it unfolds in a way that you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
What concerns me is with this guy's personality, like, he's reminding me of like a Mark David Chapman type. I don't think he's going to do anything to you, but I'm saying down the line, like he's going to, with this obsessive personality, I mean, what happens when he hits puberty and he starts being interested in girls? Is he going to like fucking do the same shit to Miley Cyrus or some shit? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know, this,
He's kind of giving me Elliot Rodger vibes, I can't lie.
Yeah, you know, it's like, man, you know.
Yeah, like I said, the server only has like 5 people in it, or 6 people or something, so I went in there for 2 minutes just to see. And yeah, all it is like, Brendan Nelson wished death on Pete Carroll today in his Discord server, when I'm obviously speaking hyperbolically and satirically, and he's not old enough to understand that.
When you have videos where you hate on people like that, you need to have like the ISIS flag in the background. It's just like just start speaking gibberish that sounds like Arabic, and then have fucking subtitles down at the bottom. Like, if the Seattle Seahawks football franchise does not fire Pete Carroll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah. The only reason why he joined the server, as near as I can tell, is so he could get screenshots from it of me saying offensive things. Like, he literally had a screenshot from there about me talking about porn in the NSFW channel, and he said, "I'll bet Brendan watches porn." It's like, okay, are you saying that's like a bad thing?
Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
It's like decades ago being like, yeah, I bet he's looked at nudie magazines or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, what a fucking ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened today. I mean, again, I mean, I understand that he's like a little kid. And I don't want to take this too far, which is why I'm not going out of my way to do anything to him, but if he's literally going to make a server dedicated to hating me, then...
For those of you who are interested in, like, having kids someday, this is an excellent example of why you get your kid, if you have a son, you get him involved in sports. Some kind of physical activity where he will be, like a full contact sport. Martial arts works too. Something where he's got the chance to get his aggression out, and he's also got the opportunity to receive some aggression too. It teaches important lessons about winning and losing, and it also gets it like it stops situations like this from arriving, where you can. This guy, like, I think he doesn't have a channel for his aggression whatsoever, other than like video games. But that's not exactly fully. It doesn't do the job for everybody. I think if this guy was enrolled in like, if he was in a Pop Warner football team or something, and he'd been tackled a few times, and maybe he wouldn't be caring about shit like this.
Right.
This wouldn't be how he's spending his days.
Mm-hmm. Also,
I don't know.
And this is actually kind of freaky, he found my Facebook page. I don't know how he found my Facebook page, but he found my Facebook page.
Well, I know exactly how he found it. Evidently, he spends all day long looking, and...
And then he tried to say I'm a jerk because I have a Facebook page liked called Bernie Sanders is full of crap.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for this kid. He's really messed up.
But I'm not his dad. I shouldn't have to deal with this. At the same time, I do feel bad for him, but I'm not his dad.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, is it like I blame the parents here, because I'm all like, what the hell? What would their reaction be if they knew what their son was up to, that this is how he was spending their days? Especially, I mean, does having your own Discord server cost money at all?
No.
Okay, never mind then. I was going to be like, well, if it costs money...
yeah, that would be then I would be kind of freaked out. I would be a little freaked out if that was the case.
Yeah. But really, though, it makes me wonder, what his parents would think if they knew what he was getting up to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his parents just shouldn't allow him on the internet. He clearly can't handle it.
Yeah, he needs a timeout for a couple of days. And this is where, I see what you're saying about the Elliot Roger thing. And he's having a real difficult time distinguishing internet stuff from real life.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of guy that, like, he'd probably think if he was watching a TV show that those were real people.
Maybe.
Like he thinks that, he might think that Game of Thrones was a documentary.
Huh. Interesting thought. No. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, at first I just thought the kid was a troll, but it's obvious he's got problems. If, like, from what I'm seeing of this Discord server, this is just fucking sad.
Yeah, I think he literally watches all my videos and all my streams, even though I blocked him so he can't actually say anything. I think he watches them just so he can try to screenshot something that makes me look bad. I really do think that. Hello,
Well, I
Peter.
mean, makes you look bad, like. Jesus.
Yeah. So anyway, it's up to you tonight. Either I'm gonna keep going on Dragon Quest, or we can do the Viscera. It's up to you.
All right. Let me see what I got going on here.
All right. If we do Viscera, just let me get to a save point here because I just beat a boss.
While we live,
Yeah.
none shall
How
defeat you.
much longer, if you had to guess, do you think you've got? And I just mean in terms of like total hours of gameplay left, maybe.
Oh man, it's probably.
It's ever so nice to see you all again.
Let me check something here real quick, because I know Act 3 is optional, which it's not yet clear if I'm going to do Act 3, but I haven't even gotten there yet. So let me look up something here.
Because when I tried playing that game, like everything was so repetitive and not fun to me that I didn't even make it to level 5.
Well, yeah.
So with how much time you sunk into the game, you haven't even finished it yet. I'm sitting there like, dude, thank God I tapped out when I did. I'd never.
I understand. It's not for everybody. I absolutely understand. Let's see here. It actually looks like if I only do Act 2, then I'll probably be done in like 10 to 15 hours. If I do Act 3, we're probably looking at a lot more. So it just depends on how I feel when I get there.
That makes sense.
But that shouldn't really affect your decision. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
Ryguy, thank you for the $2. I can't believe Ori made an anti-Ryguy Steam. He made a anti-Ryguy server. Yeah, well, isn't it the same server, Ryguy? The anti-you and the anti-me one, it's both kind of rolled into one?
Serena, it's really you. Thanks for helping us out there. Where did you
But I'm
spring
almost
from?
looking at
And
this game like I am
where
looking at
have
a
you
game like
been?
Animal Crossing. You just kind of keep playing it until you're done with it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make my way back to Arborea ever since that awful day. But I got rather
my.
sidetracked seeing to those who needed my
I'm
help.
checking out some of these posts. Dad came back, called him a dirty Jew. And I'm sitting here like, oh man, you know, once the Goyim read this, they're gonna.
Yeah, that was Jojo. He decided to go troll him. I did not tell him to do it.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Well, of course you didn't tell him to do it, because I'd like to think that if you told him to do it, you'd have come up with something better.
Yeah, I did not tell anybody to do it, but I won't stop anybody from doing it. I like how he took it literally and was like, I'm not a Jew. Like, when somebody calls you a dirty Jew, they're not actually saying that you're a Jew. They're trying to insult you.
Right. Now, here's a good example. I went to my saxophone lessons the other day, and in my songbook I've got a couple of national anthems in there, but they're real simple ones. And I like their melody, and when I say they're simple, I mean I'm able to play them. So I play them, and everyone comes in there asking me, they're like, oh hey, are you Canadian? Oh hey, are you French? Oh hey, are you, you know, whatever, from whatever country I'm playing. And I'm like, I'm playing these because I know how to play these, you know, because it's in the songbook and it's within my ability. The Star Spangled Banner involves high notes that I haven't even learned how to play those yet.
I've never heard
So
of
like I
such a
couldn't do
thing,
that one.
But I'm sure Father Benedictus will know
Fair
something
enough.
But I'm
about
like,
it.
but Oh Canada is extremely simple, so.
Yeah, you should get a recorder and play My Heart Will Go On.
Oh. Now it's funny, the place where I go do my saxophone lessons, they're right above a Hot Wings sports bar, and this is where I go to get my wings.
It's so
But
wonderful to see
a
you
ton of
again.
people that go
Would you
there
mind
are
awfully
sports
if I
fans who just
tagged
go to
along with
watch,
you?
you know, whatever's on.
Right.
So usually when I play O Canada, it's a big hit if the door's open because people start chanting "Drop the puck."
That's pretty good. Aaron, no, my feud with Ori will never end because he's too obsessive.
If we
I'm
follow
like,
the path
he's
up
like
the
a scorned
mountain,
lover
we'll
because
be
I
in
blocked him on
Arboria in
Discord,
no
basically. That's
time.
really the only way I can put it.
Well then,
He's
Right.
got
Shall we?
butthurt that I blocked him, and this is how he's dealing with it.
It's plain and simple. It'd end if Ori would let it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the one that starts the shit. He's the one that keeps it going. Because, like, I mean, here, let me ask you guys something. Who is obviously more involved in this thing? The guy who made an entire Discord server just to fucking hate on the other guy? Or the guy who doesn't even fucking bring him up unless he does something?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching every single one of the co-op streams when Joker and I have been playing things, but like, we don't even talk about Ori. I don't even think about this fucking guy until he shows up and does something.
Yeah.
And then Joker's like, hey, check out what this guy did today. And I'm all like, are you fucking kidding me? Go talk to a girl. Come on.
I feel bad for this kid if he tries to talk to a girl, dude. Could you imagine? Like, he
Well, this is
posted-
exactly what I'm talking about, the Mark David Chapman thing. I'm like, as soon as he hits puberty and he starts being interested in girls, he's going to be this obsessive over some Instagram thought, and suddenly he's going to start stalking her. And that's when he's going to end up in prison, because stalking you, nobody cares. You're a dude. Stalking a girl, well... that's actually a crime.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Santee. I was thinking about that. Like, this is why they need to open up public schools, so he can have something to do that isn't watch my streams all day trying to find. He's like CNN going after a Republican politician. He's trying to find something he can use to make me look bad.
Do you remember way back in the day when, like, this was back when Trump was first running for president. This is back like 2015. CNN was all like, yeah, you know, you shouldn't vote for Trump because he eats fried chicken with a fork and a knife. And all that does is keep reminding me of that Seinfeld episode. Well, he probably doesn't want to get chocolate all over his fingers. Because, I mean, dude, Donald Trump wears ties that are more expensive than most people's cars. Of course he doesn't want to get grease and shit all over his fingers. So, of course he eats fucking fried chicken with a fork and a knife. It's the greasiest shit I can think of.
I can't believe he managed... Oh, by the way, I can't believe Ori managed to hide himself for 3 days well enough to where I didn't figure it out.
Yeah, and see, that, like...
And stay down.
It's almost more worrying, because it's all like he knows enough to, you know, keep himself under control so that he can get his goal accomplished. This is why, you know, Mark David Chapman type. Because I'm like, this guy, you know, he's not just a lunatic. Otherwise, as soon as he came into the server, he would have started immediately.
Yeah.
You know, he kept himself hidden for a couple of days so that he could plan it out.
Yeah.
This guy's, he's nutter butters.
Like I said, some kids just don't belong on the internet. And, like, he made a video a few days ago after the Seahawks lost to the Giants. It was like 1.5 minutes long. And I think he was crying on camera about it. Like, literally tears. I couldn't quite tell, though, because his camera sucks. Wow. And he doesn't think people are going to make fun of him for that. And some people were, and I think he responded by deleting his entire gallery of YouTube videos.
Man. You know what happened in Game 4 of the 2011 Finals when LeBron scored 8 points on 3 for 11 shooting?
I remember that.
I didn't cry. I just sat there fucking stunned, like that was the worst shit that I've ever seen. Because we lost that game by 3 points. And after that game, the fucking series was a 2-2. If we won that, it goes up 3-1. And of the next potential 3 games in the series, 2 of them were in Miami. And all that we had to do to win that game was LeBron, instead of going 3 for 11, if he went 5 for 11, which is still awful, but he just made 2 more shots, we win the game by 1 point.
Well,
and I'm just sitting there... I was sitting there stunned because like everybody just kept talking about LeBron James is just such this amazing fucking incredible player, and I'd seen him play really well that whole season. Here he is now in the finals, and he just completely shit the bed like that, and I was just like, dude, this guy fucking sucks. Like, what the hell was that? But I didn't cry, is my point.
Yeah. Well, I used to cry over Seahawks games, and then I learned how to tie my shoes. That's how I put it, you know? If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I used to cry over Sonics games, Mariners games, all of it, but then I learned how to tie my shoes.
We'll do anything.
Yeah. No, I think the only time that I cried over a sports game was when I was like 4 and my parents took me to a Padres game because the Padres won and they had some celebratory fireworks and that shit was loud as fuck and it hurt my ears. So then I started crying.
There is nothing that can...
Oh, God.
So I'm pretty close to a save point here, I think. So if you want to jump over to Viscera, I can totally do that. I'm totally up for it. It's just up to what you feel like.
Yeah, just a
Father,
second.
you're alive!
Oh, Serena, my little angel. I never thought I'd see you again.
Serena, my child.
You know, there's one thing I don't understand. It does not matter to me what your political affiliation is. Why do some people feel the need to announce that shit on their social
She's not
media?
here.
Who the hell cares? You know what I mean?
thought she
Yeah.
must have made her way home already.
I know what you mean. Most people I know keep that shit pretty down low, yeah.
Especially when they're a Zoomer. And the reason that I say that is just because, by definition, you're young.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why would I care about the political opinions of somebody that's, like, a teenager?
She's certainly
Yeah.
somewhere
Well, that was
nearby.
the thing with Ori.
I
He
can
used to
sense
come into
it.
my streams and talk about politics. He actually has his own Discord server that is a politics discussion server. I'm like, you're 14, kid. Why would anybody care what you think about politics at all?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't care about what anybody thinks about politics until, like, no matter what their age is, until they've paid taxes at least 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hey, Lemon.
Because usually by that time, you know, you've had a job for a long enough period of time to where it can start to sink in just how much you're getting fucked.
You can really
So if you're somebody who's delusional and you want to continue getting fucked, then
Yes,
okay.
It's her.
But like,
know
I
it is.
respect that
We
more
have to go
than
and
somebody
find
who's a
her.
teenager who doesn't pay taxes, who's like, yeah, college should be free because I'm looking to, you know, go to college here pretty soon and I don't want to pay for it. You know, things cost money, kids.
Yeah, Aaron, that's exactly what it is. Virtue signaling, I think. A lot of these people who advertise their political opinions, a lot of it is virtue signaling.
Yeah, it's like, it's wearing the colors. You're trying to announce yourself to other like-minded people.
It's like when Edward
And-
Norton took his shirt off in the jail yard in American History X.
Right, and that's exactly what it is it's gang-style shit. It's tribal crap. And that's another reason why I don't respect it, because I'm all like, look, you know, if you happen to share my political opinions, I don't immediately respect you just based off of that, because there's plenty of fucked up people who think the exact same way that I do about politics, because I'm fucked up. Don't give me that shit.
Yeah, like, okay, why is it not letting me save?
Why the hell did he do... Oh, man. I'm watching this episode of King of the Hill. Do you remember the one where Bobby got his first job at the racetrack?
Is that the one where he was, like, selling hot dogs or something?
Yeah, he's selling hot dogs and peanuts and
Yeah.
sodas and stuff. Well, he goes, hey, you know, he's walking around, he's like, peanuts, I got peanuts here. And a guy raises his hand, he's like, hey, I want peanuts. He doesn't want to climb the stairs to get to the guy, so he tries to throw the bag of peanuts at him, and he just nails this lady in the face.
Mhm.
Oh, man. I love Mike Judge. That's good shit.
I remember that episode, I think. Aaron Garrett wants to know, hey, Snacks, what's your reaction to Biden and Harris as Times People of the Year? Snacks, are you there?
What's up?
No, Aaron Garrett just asked, hey, Snacks, what's your reaction to Biden and Harris winning Times People of the Year? I personally don't have any reaction to it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty yeah.
I think that's kind of stupid. Look, Time Magazine, the Person of the Year thing, it doesn't matter. Because, and I'll tell you why. People bring up all the time that Osama bin Laden and Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin were Time's Man of the Year before. And they excuse that by saying, well, it's the person who influenced, the global conversation the most. The person who was the most important to the way that things played out. If that was the case, then over the last 5 years, it should have been Donald Trump every single year. And it wasn't because they hate him. And the reason that it's Biden and Harris now is because the media is pulling the whole, oh yeah, there wasn't fraud here. They legitimately won the election. Don't look at it too hard. This is all just fake news. Just pay attention to what the media is telling you. And they're doing that shit because it's just like when Obama won. They're like, here's the coronation. You've won. Let's all celebrate. It's just a big fucking joke. Like, I don't care what anybody in the media says. As far as I'm concerned, people for a long time have thought that lawyers were the most despicable profession out there. I definitely think it's journalists. Mm-hmm. They aren't good people.
Alright, I just hit a save point, so...
In my opinion. Yeah, I'll get things going here in just a second.
Okay, so
How long have you been playing that Yeah, I'm assuming that, you'll probably want to take a break. How long have you been playing today?
Well, this I've only played for like an hour. But it doesn't really matter to me at all, and I don't think it matters to my viewers what I'm playing that much. If anything, they seem to like it when you're actually on the stream.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just trying to catch up on all the fucking shit I missed.
Yeah, so yeah, it's totally up to you. Again, I'm almost treating this game like I would the Animal Crossing or The Sims or something, where you just play it, and you play it, and you play it until you stop playing it. I'm not trying to get to the end with a single-minded vengeance. Scarecrow Bar, no, Trump has never won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's been nominated, a lot, but never won it.
Yeah, I think he's been nominated 4 years, just his time alone. But yeah, they're not going to let him win. Because, see, look, the Nobel Prize is another good example. Back in, I forget when it was, but Al Gore won the Nobel Prize for his movie An Inconvenient Truth. And this was how global warming was going to destroy the planet by the year 2012. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that prediction was a little inaccurate. Al Gore once predicted that by the year 2016 there would be no snow on Mount Fuji in Japan. And in that year they had a record amount of snowfall, the most snow that they've ever had since they started keeping track of that shit. Anyway, the point is, he won the Nobel Prize that year in the exact same category that another woman was nominated for. She was in her 90s, and she was alive during the Holocaust. And she had been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize because she was a Polish woman who had worked to save the lives of multiple Polish people who were going to be sent to the camps. They estimate somewhere around a couple of hundred. And she lost the Nobel Peace Prize that year to Al Gore for the movie, which was horribly, horribly wrong. If you think that the Nobel Peace Prize means a goddamn thing after that, that somebody who saved the lives of over 100 people during the war versus dickhead who makes a movie, and dickhead wins? Why would you care about this thing? It's a steaming pile of horseshit.
Pretty much.
So yeah, that's always been Trump's reaction too, because again, he's been nominated multiple times, and he says, I don't give a fuck about this thing. Peace is the prize, not the peace prize, because the only people who care about it are the people who can wave that around in other people's faces. Just the folks that want to have that on their resume so that they can beat you over the head with it like a cudgel to say, listen to me, I won the Nobel Prize. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. At all. I mean, the only reason I ever wanted Trump to win it was so that he could take the thing and be like, "Thank you, this award is meaningless," and then toss it in the trash. I would have loved to see that.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not quite the same thing, but you just kind of remind me. Apparently, Robert Horry, I don't know if he ever found them, but apparently he lost all of his championship rings. He said he moved and he couldn't find them. And was like, yeah, I don't know where they are. And he seemed to be pretty nonchalant about it. I guess to him, it's like, it's not the rings, it's the championships that I know that I won and was part of.
Right, you know, it's the memories. It's because I mean, they called him Big Shot Bob. How many times did he like he was the reason that they won? I mean, we cannot discount the Spurs ring where he was the one who made the Spurs win that championship because he fucking hip checked. That shit was so funny, especially I forget who it was. Was it Raja Bell that he hit?
It was Steve Nash. It was Steve Nash.
Well, it was funny because my point is, whoever it was, Steve Nash, I guess, had come out a couple of years ago, and they said, "Yeah, I totally flopped on that one. I didn't expect everybody to get up off the benches and get themselves suspended. I was just trying to get Horry out of the game."
Snacks is in the same age range as me, Scarecrow Bar. I don't know what he got on the SATs, though. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't exactly. Somebody in the chat was asking, what did you get on the SATs?
I never took the SATs.
I don't know if
the
I
SATs
did.
cost money.
Mm-hmm.
They cost money to be able to take them, and my family was desperately poor when I was in high school. Especially my senior year. My senior year was when the economy first went to shit. My dad lost his job, and my mom had a severe reduction in her hours. So the family was just barely fucking scraping to get by. Not only that, but my sister, she got in a car accident. She totaled the car, and the insurance didn't cover the whole cost of everything.
Veronica's really here?
So, because the accident, there was an animal in the road. She swerved to avoid hitting it, and she ran herself off the road. That's what happened. So anyway, all that adds up together to where I did not have the money to take that shit. And my parents didn't give much of a fuck because they were like, if you're going to college, just go to a junior college. You know, doesn't matter. So that's what I ended up doing. I have no idea what I got on it. I can tell you that, like,
Veronica?
I aced pretty much every single test that I ever took when I was in high school.
The impression that I get from talking to people who went to high school is that if you give effort, you'll do fine in high school. There's no real skill to it.
Do you think
yeah, because I mean, like, here's an example. I don't know if it's still like this, but one of the requirements to graduate high school in the state of California is to pass the California High School Exit Exam. They give you that exam the first time when you're in your sophomore year, so that if you fuck up for some godless reason, you still got 2 more chances before you can't graduate. But that test was filled with questions like, what's 7 times 3? And then when it's multiple choice, and the answers that they had was 21, obviously the correct answer, 73, 33, or 77, which is fucking ridiculous. Then they had another one. It was like, which of these is a mammal? A cat, a bird, a fish, or a truck? Those were genuinely the kinds of questions that you get, and there was nothing that was more difficult than that, nothing that was really more easier than that. Wow. It was basically that same shit. So I'm sitting here like, just about everybody that I ever knew got 100% on that thing. I can't even imagine who the fuck failed it. And yet there were people who did.
Yeah.
You know, the people who did, either they couldn't read, or they just fucking didn't even take it. They just didn't even put any answers down. They crumpled that shit up and said, fuck you, teacher. You know, because these people knew that they were going to be in jail within the next 5 years, and they were sprinting to get there. The whole point is that school's a joke.
Yeah, I actually heard a story once from a professor that I had in college about a kid in college who basically took that attitude, which is really weird because in college you're paying to be there. But basically he did want, this teacher in his class had one test that kids would take at the end of the
gave your life to
at the
save
end
us.
of the year, or the end of the semester, and all you had to do was write something in response to all 3 questions, and whatever you wrote, you were guaranteed to get full credit for it. It was not really a huge part of the grade. It was just like, answer these 3 questions. Whatever your answer is, I'll give you 100% on this test. And the 3 questions were like, how do you think your final project helped improve society? Because we had a big project running through that entire semester. And his response was, to be honest, I don't know. And then the next question was something like, how do you think your project could have improved society more if you could have done it over again? And he wrote, to be honest, I don't care. And then the third question was something else that was like that. And he just left it blank intentionally because he didn't want to get credit for the test. That's his attitude towards it. So I've seen that kind of attitude before.
Yeah, some people are retards. Like, I can tell you this shit. In 2019, when I went to trade school, it's the most baffling shit. The only reason to be here is to get job training. That's the point of it. This fucking guy, I overheard him. He said, and he was laughing to the teacher because he's with his buddies while he says it. He says, hey, man, I cut class in high school. What makes you think I'm not going to cut class here, too? No! And I'm all like, because you're paying for this shit, you dumbass. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Maybe his parents is making him or something. I don't know. Somebody in chat just said, I knew this one kid who graduated high school with a 1.2 GPA.
Wait, what was his GPA?
1.2.
But I will not let her death be in vain.
Dog, that's got to be like straight D's.
I must follow.
Yeah, I don't D's
If he
get
graduate-
degrees in high school? Don't you only have to get like a D to graduate?
I have to
Yeah,
tell
but
everyone.
some places don't even have D's anymore. When I was in high school, they had A, B, C, F.
That's harsh. I can't even
With
lie,
how
though.
fucking easy that shit was, that's what people deserved.
Yeah. I can't even lie, though. When I was in college, university, I got some pretty bad grades.
O great and glorious Yggdrasil, whose holy heart is the symbol, though she came into life with another of your hallowed leaves.
One of my party members just permanently died as part of the story. Thank God.
Isn't that like mandatory in Japanese RPGs ever since Final Fantasy VII?
Not necessarily.
I thank you all for gathering here today to set even in her darkest hour. Veronica thought not of herself.
Although,
But
you know,
only
like I
protecting
said, this
the
game
She
bangs
was
down
a-
on the RPG tropes
Now,
so hard it
I
almost
ask
seems
that
like a
each of
parody.
you offer up a lock of hair to the sacred
Like,
flame.
you're playing as every
That its
character who
light
lives in a
may
small
guide
village
her
with a
on her
bunch
way
of people
back
that
to
he
the
all
wild tree.
that he knows, and then he has to go on this journey to deliver something, and it turns out he's the chosen one who will save the world. And every party member is like some sort of RPG Jungian archetype almost. It almost feels like it's making fun of the genre. I kind of like the fact that you have to pay for college. Make it a little more exclusive.
My little angel.
So I don't have to deal with turds in college classes who don't want to be there. I kind of like that.
Mordigan. Why could you not have taken...
Darling,
It's fucking stupid because people
could you
they
leave us without...
they need to figure out what the hell college is for. know?
Despite
Right.
grief.
It's not for finding yourself. It's not for having a
child,
good
I
time.
must
It's not for,
speak
none
with
of
you
this
and your
shit.
friends.
The whole
If you're a
fucking
woman,
point of
then
it
it's
is
to
Have
get
a moment. Please come to the cathedral.
Ugh.
By 10 to 20 guys.
Dude, you got no idea how fucking true. Like, that was the funny thing to me, and you see it a lot in the comments. Is everyone's all like, "Dude, 20 is an awfully conservative estimate." Dude, these women are getting trains run on them, man. It's fucking like this. I suggested to Nicholas the other day. He was talking about going to college pretty soon, and I was all like, "Yeah, if you get the chance, man, try to join a fraternity because Greek life gives you a lot of good insight into how the world works, because it teaches you a healthy disrespect towards modern women because they're ugh."
All right, let me play.
Oh, they're making another Mass Effect game? Seriously?
Oh, they are, really?
Wow.
Scarecrow YouTube.
Yeah, apparently they released some fucking little teaser trailer during the Game Awards for this year or something, and it's like Mass Effect will continue, and they didn't do anything beyond that. You know, it's just like 90 seconds of.
So in about 18 years it'll come out.
Something like that. I'm sitting here like that. Wow, that's EA's got to be desperate because if they're doing that shit after Andromeda, like they can't be expecting that to work well. It's gonna be bad.
I do. For in my dream, Veronica was not with you. I have been greatly troubled as to what her absence might mean. I had hoped and prayed that my fears were unfounded, yet...
Alright, I'm watching some cutscenes in this, so I'll probably be saving pretty soon, so... I'm just gonna get as far as I can until we're ready to rumble.
Wonder if the conveyance upon which you stood might also be
crap.
And then,
I was really excited. One of these looks like it's a Western game, but then it's some sort of weird, like, fucking steampunk Western fighting zombie monster shit. And I'm like, God damn it, I hate you fucking people.
You hate steampunk?
Well, I want to play an actual Western, you know? Like,
well, I guess they figure Red Dead kind of has that corner.
That you rode in my vision.
Well, yeah, you know, if you go for it, you're gonna constantly be compared to Red Dead, but damn it, you know, how many fucking World War II games did they make, you know, in spite of the fact that everybody was fucking making? You know? I'm just sitting here like, I just want to have variety when it comes to the Western, because I don't like Red Dead's gameplay, you know?
Ryguy, I'm assuming Snacks does not own a jewel. That's an expensive habit that I doubt he partakes in right now.
Own a what?
A jewel. G-U-U-L.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I intend to scour the annals for indications of how she...
I have a tobacco pipe. I occasionally smoke tobacco. That's not as expensive because pipe tobacco is really fucking cheap. The expensive thing is the pipe and then the maintenance kits for taking care of it, but they last for a really long period of time. So it's sort of like buying a straight razor where it's a really large upfront cost, but it's nowhere near as expensive as if you vape or if you smoke cigarettes.
Right.
But I don't smoke too much these days because I've got a problem where when I smoke I start to reminisce, and yeah, I don't like to think about past too much.
Yeah. You know, fun fact, my mom used to smoke all the time, like it was part of her life. And then when she got pregnant with me, she just stopped and says she never actually had a hard time quitting.
Yeah. Some people can do that. Like, I'm definitely not addicted to smoking. Never have been. I don't know if that's because, like, smoking a pipe is different. Because, like, I never smoked cigarettes. I mean, I've had maybe 2 cigarettes in my entire life. I smoked cigars for a while, but only during, like, celebratory occasions. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, I know Moogle hates cigars because you don't inhale them, you just, he says that he thinks they just smell bad because, I don't know if you know this, but Moogle still smokes cigarettes. But he only smokes them when he's drinking alcohol, and I think he stopped, I don't think he's had a cigarette in a year. The one thing I will say for cigarettes, though, is at least they make you look cool. Like, vaping doesn't make you look cool. I don't know why people do that. At least cigarettes make you look cool.
That's why I learned how to blow smoke rings with my pipe, you know. Because it's just something people expect. I can't tell you how many times I tried smoking that fucking thing in public. The only question I got more often than can you blow smoke rings is, hey, my man, is there weed in that pipe? And I'd be like, even if there was, I'm not going to share it with you, you fucking degenerate. Keep on stepping.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking animals, man. That's why we remember the words of our Lord Vineyard, because Jesus Christ, his people are despicable.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting looking game. What's it called? Looks like it's called Shady Part of Me. It looks like a platformer where you're playing as a little girl, just like having nightmares or dreams or some shit. But she's traveling the world, and what she's trying to do is follow her shadow, and her shadow's like kind of guiding her on this journey.
Yes, Big Dog,
It's
I did see
interesting
that.
look.
Yeah. I know Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year, which is obviously controversial to a lot of people.
Yeah, that was going to happen when they had the transsexual character. You knew that the reason that they did that was so that it'd win Game of the Year. Because it's a lot like the Oscars now. You know, if you can't buy the award, then just load it up with social justice horse shit and win in a landslide that way. You know, the only way that you'll lose is if, you know, somebody gotten paid off. For instance, the year that Schindler's List swept the Oscars, it did not win Best Actor. Liam Neeson lost to Tom Hanks because Tom Hanks played a fruit, and that was all you had to do.
But I hope they do. Serena, I want you to promise me something.
I shan't promise anything of the sort. I don't even want to think of such things.
It looks like Vin Diesel's in the game.
Yeah, I haven't watched the video game thing, so I don't know if it was
only I had
revealing
promised
anything.
to do as she asked. Perhaps she might have. She was right. You know?
So I don't know if there's anything super interesting
I
that
always
came
have
out
been
in that
slow.
thing that might be cool for me.
When it came to talking.
The
Walking
only thing that even looked
was
interesting in
always
all
a
this
step
shit is
behind
that
her.
shadow game. I'll show you the thing.
Hey, Ian, hit him up with $2, man. Help your brother out. Big Dog, we're going to switch over to the janitor game, I think, in a little bit. I just had him on the call because I wanted to tell him what happened in the Discord server. I can't do one-day memberships, Ian. YouTube doesn't let me. Has Snacks ever... I'm sure he has, Ryguy.
What?
Has Snacks ever smoked pot?
I think I did a long time ago. If I did, I did it once and decided I didn't like it.
Yeah, I've definitely never done it. For whatever that's worth.
But now I must tread my own path.
Well, Ryan, 11 years old is old enough to go get a job in the coal mine. So go into the coal mine, earn that shiny quarter every day, and become a member of the channel, or you're a square.
Pretty much.
I hate to ask.
Back
But
to
would you
the
mind awfully not going anywhere for a little while?
underground sugar
I think I'm going
caves.
to cry.
Cool, Big Dog.
Thank you. Veronica died to save me.
So I just lost my black mage. That's not good. I was kind of counting on her. I liked using her. They just took away my black mage. No, she's not a waifu anymore. No, she cut her hair short. No, why would you do that?
That
my
sucks,
waifu.
man.
No more tears.
But you know, it happens. You
That
know,
was
despite
lowered me.
accounting for only 13% of the party size, they account for over 52%.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, the waifu in my party just cut her long hair short. I don't approve of this decision.
Ugh. Neither do I.
What's
That
the
is the
quote
easiest
from-
way for.
what's the quote from Patricia O'Neill? And ways to, as a woman, ways to keep men happy. Is it Patricia O'Neill who says?
Oh, no. That was Tom Likas.
Okay.
Tom Likas has he says, ladies, if you want to keep your man happy, there's only 8 words that you need to follow. Because it honestly is. I mean, you can tell. I have yet to meet a man who's ever said honestly, yeah, that doesn't do it for me. This is all it takes, which is. Long hair is the first one, which is why Joker remembers it. Long hair, stay thin, sex anytime, and shut up. And it's about long hair. Long hair is femininity. You want a woman to actually look feminine, in the same way that she wants you as a man to look masculine. How many women would actually be upset if their guy decided to start lifting weights and became very muscular and strong?
Mm-hmm.
Women might tell you, oh no, I don't like those muscles, but the facts don't lie. Right. The facts don't lie. They want us to be masculine, we want them to be feminine. How many guys actually prefer short hair compared to long hair? Because I mean, like, I'm looking at this character right now. Before she cut her hair, it's all like, yeah, okay. And now that she's got short hair, it's all like, dude, she looks awful. Like,
yeah.
Get rid of this character, please. Why couldn't this have been the one that died forever?
Well, the other
Stay thin.
The other was a lolly, so I don't know.
Right.
I don't.
Stay thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stay thin is about putting effort in maintaining your appearance. Because it's easy to get fat if you just fucking completely give up, and a lot of broads do. But a lot of guys do too. They expect us to maintain keeping up effort to look good, because it's just the most basic level of respect that you can possibly come up with, trying to actually look good for your partner. Sex anytime is also obvious, like, that doesn't mean, hey, I don't care if you want it or not, you just lay down. It's like, what guys want is that they want to have sex. They don't want to be shamed for it, and they don't want to be looked down on for it. So it's more like, please, have this same enthusiasm for it that I do, is what guys are looking for. And shut up doesn't mean, hey, never talk to me. It just means guys want to be left alone. Every guy, even from his friends, he just wants time to himself. He just wants peace and quiet occasionally, Think about it. You come home from a long, hard day at work. You're fucking exhausted. Which would you rather have when you come in the door? Being able to go grab a beer, sit down, relax, have a drink, unwind from the day, maybe take a shower, and nobody said a fucking thing to you? Or do you want the first fucking thing that happens to you when you walk at that door is to just get bitched at never-endingly, unceasingly?
Right.
It's pretty fucking obvious which one guys would rather want, which is just don't bother me with this crap all the fucking time.
So glad you could
And if
finally
women
join
could
us.
follow those 8 words, there is not a woman in the world who would not be able to keep the man that she wanted to have around if she followed those 8 words. If she stayed feminine, if she put effort into her appearance, if she was enthusiastic in the bedroom, and if she would leave the man in peace when he needs it, that's all you need. Guys will fucking go to the ends of the earth to make a woman like that happy if she could actually do that. But they don't. For those of you that are religious, in the Bible that women were cursed by God in order to, they know damn well what it is that they want in life, but they can't actually bring themselves to fucking do something so simple. It's their curse.
The flute will reveal the pop.
Of course.
God, she looks like a freaking lesbian.
Like, yeah, she looks like it exactly.
Oh well.
Ryan Alley, why does Snacks curse so much? I don't like. Satan is bad. Don't talk about him, please. Okay, bye, Brandon. Is Ryan Alley or?
I think I must be
No,
doing
he's
it
a
wrong.
10-year-old though. I know who he is. He's not Ori, but he's 10 years old.
Okay.
So He doesn't understand how tough life is sometimes, and how sometimes you just gotta use the right words to express it.
But if
Right.
Veronica was
It's like that
playing
episode of
as you thought-
SpongeBob. It's about sentence enhancers. I used it to talk fancy. No, but seriously.
The mark.
I consider myself one, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, Tom Leckis, is he like a comedian or what?
Kind of. Tom Leykis is a radio host. He's
What the?
he's fallen into some bad times recently. He kind of went off the deep end a little bit, but just because the prophet loses his mind, it doesn't mean that his teachings lost their value beforehand.
Yeah. Do you know who Artie Lange is?
Sounds familiar.
He's a comedian who also hit on some pretty bad times recently. I don't know if he's red-pilled or not, but he was a pretty brash and abrasive comedian. One time he went on Joe Buck's show, and for some reason they didn't understand what kind of comedy he was into. It went very poorly.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, yeah, apparently he's done so much... I think he's done so much crack, his nose is basically falling apart. Like, there was a picture of him posted recently, and his nose is basically completely flat. It's just been completely destroyed.
Oh my.
So it
Which is
was,
what happened to
as I
Stevie Nicks, I think,
suspected.
after,
It was upon her back that you rode in my... The sacred
Oh
conveyance
yeah.
of
'Cause I was
the
gonna
luminary.
be like, hey, this guy, he seems it sounds familiar. Was he on the Howard Stern show?
Oh yeah,
And-
he was, yeah, Howard Stern, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It seems
And
the
I'm looking at
she
pictures of
used
him
the
right now, and I
chord
see
for
what you're talking about. Yeah.
You must play it
Holy
whenever you
shit.
require her aid.
Yeah, his nose caved in on itself from cocaine. That's right.
Wow. This guy, he looks unrecognizable. Wow.
Right.
I'm genuinely surprised that he's still alive. Holy shit.
Go,
Well,
luminary.
you never guess who's
Seek
gonna
out
live
the
and who's
floating
not. Like,
island.
Jack Nicholson is still
It is the
alive.
world tree's
Think about
will.
that. He was partying with the Belushi that died. Who was that
Yeah,
one? John or
yeah.
Jim? It was John Belushi who died, I think. Like, they were partying together, and John Belushi's been dead for 30 years?
Yeah, I
Whatever
mean, shit,
awaits
he
you
went
there
before Chris
will surely
Farley.
aid you in the fight against the Lord of Shadows.
Or Keith Richards. Keith
Do not
Richards
let
should be dead about
Veronica's
100 times
sacrifice
over.
Be in vain. Now,
Yes, Lester, we're talking about Artie Lange. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, by the way, but I think it is. Oh, Artie was actually a co-host on Tooney's show?
I like Sandy's post right here. Artie got so low he had a show with Anthony Cumia. That's about as low as you can get. Oh man.
Yeah.
Daniel, this game absolutely gets repetitive combat-wise. Literally the exact same song plays in every single fight in the entire game. They don't have different fight music.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing that Persona 5 Royal did really well, because the original Persona 5 had the same battle music for every battle, so Persona 5 Royal added an additional song. Whoa. Holy shit. I'm flying on a space whale. This is literally the space whale from South Park. This looks
What the
exactly...
fuck?
Look at this. This is tight. Oh, yeah.
See, I like this post. Ian Elise says, I mean, he clicks on this channel expecting Seahawks content, not about who smokes pot. Well, can you look at the fucking flying butterfly whale thing and not wonder about people smoking pot? Can you?
Yeah.
Somebody was clearly on something when they were making this game.
Yeah, Daniel, I mean, it really depends on who you ask. Like, my best friend, or one of my best friends, Mughal, he played through this game, like, 8 hours a day until he beat it. He loved it. He absolutely adored it. And then you have somebody like Snacks who can't stand it, and I'm definitely somewhere closer to the middle of that. I like this game a lot, but the combat, it doesn't feel like something like Persona. Persona, there's more rhythm, there's more the pacing's better in the combat in something like Persona, because you have the baton passes. And Persona is also much more character and story driven because of all the visual novel parts. So, yeah, it's a game that has benefited tremendously from me taking a lot of breaks. Because this has not been the only game I've been playing, as you guys well know. And for some reason it won't be saved here.
Yeah, I'm glad I pirated this game instead of buying it, because, like I said, I never even made it past level 5. If I spent $60 on that game, I'd have been like, oh, fuck me. Give me my money back.
Well, do you like any RPGs that play like this, menu-based combat?
Oh, yeah. There was this one that I loved. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. It came out in the PS2, Xbox, GameCube generation.
I never heard of that one.
Like, to this day, that's still one of my favorite RPGs to play. I love the shit out of that.
Ian, I think Dylan Morris is a bridge QB for Sam Heward, personally. I think Sam Heward gets the job as soon as he comes in next year, unless he just completely blows it.
See, I don't think that he does, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes teams don't understand how much better they got just from fixing one fucking problem. And to that I say, look at the Dolphins this year. If they started Tua immediately instead of Fitzpatrick, I guarantee you we'd be winning this division. Because as it is, we're fucking almost right there as it is. But we still played Fitzpatrick way longer than we needed to because the executives thought, well, you know, we only just recently started this tank. Like, we probably still suck. And they had no idea that Tua alone completely changed the team to such an extent, that and getting rid of Adam Gase, that was all it took. And then just like that, suddenly we're a candidate to win the division.
Oh, Big Dog, yes, that's another good one. Stu Unger. Stu Unger, his nose at the end of his life was so tiny from all the cocaine he did. I know a lot of great Stu Unger stories. He's the greatest poker player who ever lived. I read a lot about him.
And that's why I don't like doing, you know, drugs. I don't often like, you know, I don't even drink that much. It's because of this shit. It's like, look, it's obvious enough when you see people who do it too much and just the way that their body breaks down in such horrifying ways. It's like, clearly we were not intended to be doing this. You know? It's a self-destructive cycle, you know? Because, like, pretty much the only times that I ever drink is just when I want to be drunk. I don't drink because it's fun. I don't drink because I like the taste.
I can understand, I guess. I mean, I don't drink, period. Thought about taking it up once or twice, but then I'm like, you know what? What am I going to get out of this other than an expensive hobby?
Right. Again, you just remember the words of Lord Vineyard, you know?
Alright. Okay. Alright, so I just saved because I hit a good stopping point and I don't know when the next one will be.
Alright.
So, I'm going to bring the stream back shortly, guys. We're going to be in Viscera, I think. And, yeah, that'll take us through to the rest of the night. So, y'all can stick around for a little bit, and there will be another stream popping up shortly.